Gooseworx has been posting on social media again, and if you have been following her for a while, what you are seeing right now probably feels very familiar. Take a look at this. The amazing digital circus is for human hogs that roll around in mud. If you ain't a hog, you ain't a fan. And then there is this one. If I ever meet a fan of mine that's not a hog, it's on site, right into the burning pit of false hogs. And this, the pitiful dance of transient sovereignty the false hog exhibits before judgment, disgusts even the filthiest of flies. I genuinely do not know who the hogs are. I do not know what they did. I do not know how to join or what it takes to avoid becoming a false one. The question I keep coming back to after reading all of this is, what is actually going on with Gooseworx right now, and what does this tell us about where she is headed after Digital Circus? To answer that, you have to remember something that a lot of people forget, which is that Gooseworx existed long before Digital Circus did. Before the circus took over her entire public identity, she was already building a creative catalog that was genuinely weird and impressive on its own terms. She was a musician, a cartoonist, an animator, a director, all at the same time, and her content had always been strange and chaotic and personal in a way that felt completely its own. The hog tweets, that energy has always been there. This is just what Gooseworx looks like when she is not managing a massive franchise. The problem is that for millions of people who discovered her through Digital Circus, none of that history exists. For them, Gooseworx simply equals Digital Circus, and that is where their understanding of her starts and stops. Her entire online presence became filtered through the lens of the show, and the actual person behind it all got kind of buried under that. Every time she posted something, there was a reason to be careful about it. The weight of the show was always there in the background, and you could feel it in how she engaged with the community, even in the moments where she was clearly trying to just be herself. But now, that is all gone. The last act is out. The story is finished. There are no more episodes coming, no more clues to hide, and no more lore to protect. And almost immediately after that door closed, the hog tweets appeared. Tweets that have absolutely nothing to do with Digital Circus, that serve no promotional purpose, that make no sense out of context, and even less sense inside it. It's just Gooseworx being strange on the internet because she wants to be, and that is something we had not really seen from her in a long time. The fandom's reaction to the hog tweets has been mostly delighted confusion, which tracks because there is nothing to analyze here, and that itself feels refreshing after years of every post being treated like a puzzle to solve. People are quoting them, making memes out of them, pledging loyalty to the hog cause without fully understanding what the hog cause is. And the whole thing has this chaotic energy that feels much closer to the kind of creator Gooseworx was before the show took over everything. What the tweets signal is worth thinking about because Digital Circus was a massive creative achievement and it clearly meant a lot to her, but it also came with a version of public identity that was very specific and very heavy. And the Blue Sky post she wrote after the premiere, where she thanked people and apologized for making the show weird and sad, sounded like someone who had been carrying something for a long time and was finally putting it down. The hog tweets feel like the first step after setting that weight down and just walking somewhere without a destination. She's not done with Digital Circus in the sense of rejecting it or pretending it did not happen, because there is no sign of that anywhere, and the show is going to be part of her legacy for a long time. But there is a difference between being the creator of Digital Circus and being defined entirely by it. And right now, for the first time since October 2023, it seems like Gooseworx is just being herself again. Strange and funny and completely unpredictable, posting things that make no sense and daring the internet to keep up. And personally, I think that is a good sign. The best things she has ever created came from that place of just following her own instincts without worrying about what a massive audience expects from her. If the hogs are the first evidence that she is back in that headspace, then frankly, I welcome the hogs. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you expect from Gooseworx now that Digital Circus is finished? Do you think she will go back to smaller personal projects, or do you think she will go even bigger? Drop it in the comments.